Hi everyone, today's video tutorial I'm going to share with you how to create this little mini mail carrier bag. So let's get started. You're going to need 2 pieces of design paper, or it can be cardstock. You're going to need, for the handle, a 1 by 12 strip of paper. Then you're going to need one 8.5 by 12 sheet of paper, and then an 8.5 by 6.5 sheet of paper. Okay, so those are the pieces of paper you'll need. You're also going to need your We Are Memory Keepers gift bag punch board, a corner chomper. This one is a We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, and I use the 1/2 inch side. You'll also need your bone folder, a pair of scissors, some adhesive, and your trimmer. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's put these aside. So let's start with the 8.5 by 12 sheet of paper. So you can see this is Primus Tales of You and Me, and it's double-sided. So it's nice when you use a double-sided sheet of paper because you will, see both sides of the paper. But, it's optional. You don't have to have both sides have a design. Okay, so now what you're going to do is, first what I did was I scored this piece first real quick. And you'll see why. So you also need a scoreboard. So on the 12-inch side, you're going to score at 6.5. So let's score at 6.5. Okay. And let's take our board here. So I scored it at here's the 6.5 inch line. So I'm going to take my gift bag punch board. I'm going to line my paper on the start line. So we're going to go ahead and line it up. And then we're going to punch. You're going to score on the horizontal line and then on this line where it says side. And this is why I made the 6.5 inch scored line, because I'm only going to score up to that line. Okay? Then I'm going to scoot it over, and I'm going to line that scored line with the start line again, and then I'm going to punch. And then go ahead and use that horizontal line. Okay, so you've got something like that. I'm going to flip it over and do the same exact thing. So line that up, punch. Let's scoot it over. Okay, now I got something like this. So let's set that aside. And then, actually let's take this back. We're going to flip it over. So we're going to flip it and we're going to line it again. But we're not going to punch. We're just going to use that side score line just to score this. And then we'll flip it and do the same thing. Oops. Okay, so all I'm doing is just making one long scored line. Okay, you'll notice too that it doesn't score all the way up, but that's okay. Once you fold it, you can take your bone folder and then just do that. So you're going to take your bone folder. This is such a really pretty paper. So we're just burnishing the scored lines real quick here. Okay, now you're going to cut these two pieces out. So let's take our scissors and we'll cut those out. Do that to the other side. Okay, and then these two pieces right here, we're going to cut these out as well. Now you can use your trimmer. I did use my trimmer on the bag that I did make, just so I got a really nice straight line. But if you can cut really nice and straight with your scissors, or if it doesn't matter to you, then you could just use your scissors. So this one I'm just using my scissors. Okay, you could save this piece for something else. Okay, now this is where we're going to take our corner chomper and we're going to corner around these two ends because this is the front flap of the bag. And then we're going to corner around these two ends right here. Okay, so now you're going to have something like this. Okay, so this is the back of the bag. Now we're going to do the front of the bag. So we're going to take that 8.5 by 6.5 piece, and we're going to use the punch board again, and we're going to do the same exact thing. But we want to make sure it's, because these have a script on it, so I want to make sure it's facing the right direction. Okay, so it'll actually be this way, because that's going to be the bottom of the bag. This is the top of the bag. So we're just going to punch and follow that horizontal line and then the side line. Okay, and then we're going to scoot it over to that scored line and then punch. Okay, and now I'm going to flip and do the same exact thing. Scoot over and then punch. Okay, so then you're going to end up with something like that. Okay, so let's get our bone folder again. Okay, now you're going to fold these in like so, and then you're going to take your corner chomper and corner chomp the corner. Do the same thing with this end. Okay, so you'll have something like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to adhere the pieces together. So we're going to take this larger piece and we're going to place this left flap on top of this flap right here. So it'll meet like that. So I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac glue to glue that down. You can use sticky tape if you want. Just match these up. Okay, I'm going to place this flap down, and I'm going to adhere glue to that. Okay, and then just place this over. So. Okay, so now you get something like that. Okay? Cute. You really want to make sure these are lined up well. Looks like I didn't really line it up that well. It's okay, I'll just trim it out. Okay, so now the bottom, you're just going to push these in this flap, and then you just take some adhesive. Just glue that like so. And then I just press it down, and I take my bone folder. I kind of just do that. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so, and then this flap will go over like this. So you've got something like that. Okay, that does that. So we're going to take our Velcro piece. Now I just used some circle Velcro pieces like this. And what I do is I usually take the Velcro and I just do this a couple of times. So it just kind of loosens it up. So it makes it easier to open the bag. Okay, and then it's going to peel that out. Actually, I want to peel this side out first. And then I'm just going to place it on the center. Just peel that. Just line up the box. Just want to make sure the flap goes over nicely. Okay. Give it a nice press. And I'm just going to remove Velcro. And then I'm just going to push it like that. Make sure it's in nicely. Okay, so I've got something like that. Super cute. Okay, now we're just going to take our handle, and all I did was I just added some adhesive on the side that's going to show on the outside. So I want this side to show, so it'll be like that. So I'm just going to add some adhesive here, and I'm just using some double-sided tape. So this is a 1/4 inch Prima double-sided tape. And add one to the other end. Okay, so I'm going to take this out. Now keep in mind the flap, it doesn't go over the strap, if you'll notice. So what I did first was I just add the adhesive, the strap on one side first. I just kind of eyeball it, make sure it's in the center. Well, you know what? Since I didn't line this all the way, I'm going to trim this first. So you want to make sure that when you're gluing the pieces together that it's lined all the way. Evenly. Because I didn't line mine evenly. Okay, so now I'll add the strap. So I kind of put in the middle and a little bit above the adhesive. Now I put the flap over first, and then I do this, because I'll show you what I mean. So we'll add this. We'll just line that up in the middle. Because when you open up the flap, you'll see how it doesn't go underneath the handle. It goes kind of over it. It just makes it easier to put the strap in. If you want it to go underneath the handle, then you can make the handle a little bit longer. So there you go. That's how I made it. Super cute, and you could decorate it however you want, and then you could fill it in with, you know, tons of goodies, and it doesn't have to be just for Valentine's. I mean, you know, I know a lot of you ladies like to do the happy mail thing, and it could be another way to send happy mail. So I hope you give it a try. Thanks for watching. Bye.